Hi, all you pickleball players. Today we're going to talk about something called plantar fasciitis. There's two I's in here, or as I call it, pickled feet. So many people have been talking about their foot pain, and so I'm going to talk about what it is and how to get rid of it. Okay, so here is the plantar fascia. Here are the bones in your feet, and here is the plantar fascia. And there is space between the bones and the plantar fascia. And if you notice that the fascia goes into the heel, or the calcaneus, and then it goes up into the Achilles tendon, which is the back part of your ankle, and then guess what? That goes all the way up into your calf muscles, and it continues all the way up into your hamstrings. So if you have tight hamstrings, there's a good chance that you have tight calf muscles, and there's a great chance that you will get plantar fasciitis. So we're going to talk about what pickleball does to the bones in your feet. Every time you walk or run for a ball, what happens is the bones in your feet hit the plantar fascia and keep pounding on it like jumping on a trampoline. So this is the trampoline, this is you jumping on the trampoline until this gets inflamed. So then you wind up having terrible heel pain and maybe mid-foot pain. So the first thing we can do for this issue is taping. So this is KT tape. You can get a professional or you can tape it yourself. Not as easy to tape it yourself, but that is what the plantar fascia looks like in your foot. And I have done what's called an octopus taping of the fascia that leads to each toe. And you start it at the heel and stretch it to the toes. And that will help to release the plantar fascia. The next thing is I did an arch support. So I started at the outside, wrapped it around, and pulled it up, and I'm taping my arch up. I'm trying to pull it up so my arch doesn't collapse. So that is a taping for plantar fasciitis. What happens is your arches either collapse, which mine do. You can see how my arches collapse. And because my arches collapse, it pulls my knees in. It does weird things to my back and my calf and my hamstrings. So I want my arches to be even. Some people have high arches. That means they roll out. It's the same thing. You roll out, you have problems with the outside of your leg, and that also stresses the plantar fascia. So you can tape it, that's one way. Or I have an arch support. I have hard ones made, and I put them in really good shoes. Do not wear running shoes. If you wear running shoes on the court, there is no lateral movement stability in a running shoe. A running shoe is meant to run straight ahead. A good support court shoe allows you to move without flattening your arches or rolling out in your arches. And then a good arch support in your shoe. I would not live without this shoe. And I'm sure because of these arch supports that my back has been saved. So rolling in, rolling out, arch support, get a good shoe, ice your feet after you've played, and if your feet are really, really killing you, it's time to not play until the inflammation goes away. So let's look at ways that you can stretch out your calf muscles, your hamstrings, and also the plantar fascia in your feet. So the first is a wall exercise. So I'm going to go to the wall and put my toes up toward the ceiling, turn my back foot so it's facing my front foot. I'm using the wall and I'm pushing forward. And that is stretching my calf muscles. And I can really feel that kind of a position. That's really, you can feel the tightness. Another way is take the back foot, put it flat, and bend the front knee and rock forward. But you have to make sure that your toes are pointed forward and you're not rolled in or rolled out. So I'm leaning forward, stretching the back foot, plantar, calf muscle, and a little bit of the hamstring, or the front way. Another way to do it is taking a tennis ball, holding onto a chair, rolling the plantar fascia with the tennis ball, and then put your heel on the ground, put the 2 feet next to each other, and let the tennis ball help you stretch in your heel. So that's another way to do it. Make sure you're doing all these exercises on both feet. It really is important that you do the side that hurts and the other side also. Then you can go over to a chair, and everybody has a pillowcase. So we take the pillowcase, wrap it around our foot like so, straighten the whole leg, pull the toes back, and lean forward. That's not only a calf stretch, but it's a hamstring stretch. So we're doing both, or you can hold your foot in the air, pull it back, and lean forward. That's a little more dynamic, and you can feel that a little bit more. Hold for a count of 10, and then relax. Hold for a count of 10. Do it 4 or 5 times, and do it several times during the day. Whether it's the wall or the tennis ball, it's really important to do it several times during the day. And last but not least, one of my favorite items is yoga toes, and I use it every night for even a half hour, where you take these and insert them between your toes, like so, and you just rest. You lay down and rest, and after using the yoga toes, what happens is the toes are stretched out, and it also relaxes the calf and relaxes the hamstrings. So if you have pickled feet, you really need to take care of those feet, because once you're in pain, it's really hard to move on the pickleball court. Thank you. Have a great day.